Hi, I'm Noonies. Thanks for watching Adventures with Noonies. Today our adventure is on my porch on this lovely November 18th evening. It's a Saturday night. And I'm spending it talking to you fine people. Thank you for watching. The purpose of this video is to let you know what's going on, and there's some changes that have been made and why it's been a while since I posted a video. So we're going to start with short-term goals. One thing is I was getting depressed because just hiking locally, and I really, my long-term goal of the Appalachian Trail is the same. That's never changed. And I was getting depressed that I'm just hanging around here. So I Googled like short through hikes and found one. No burning desire to do, but it looks kind of neat. It's called the Foothills Trail. It's 76 miles and it's located in North and South Carolina. My physical therapist totally believes I can do it because I gave up hope. And he gave me a goal to go someplace for a couple of days hiking where there's high elevation in the springtime and see how my knees do. And if I can do it for 2 days, I can do it for 7 days on the Foothills Trail. I mean, Foothills Trail, it looks nice. It's a good shakedown trail, I guess, before the Appalachian Trail too. But if I can't get all of my equipment by then, we're going to have a camping hike for 5 to 7 days with a goal of 50 to 80 miles in that time with high elevation. So there's some work that has to be done. So that's a possibility. We know we're going to have the 2-day hike in the spring, and we're going to have the Foothills Trail, or I'm just going to go camping for 5 days, 5 to 7 days. So either one, we know that's going to happen. This might sound really strange and it might appeal to some people, and if you do it before I get to it, let me know how it goes, please. But I remember, I think I was a teenager sitting in the back of the car and going to Gatlinburg with my family. We're crossing the Ohio River, and I looked out and my parents were talking about how my grandparents, before the expressway, used to drive the back roads to go to Gatlinburg. So I thought, how cool would that be? This was as a teenager, or young teenager, I think. How cool would that be to hike from Covington, Kentucky to Gatlinburg, Tennessee? So that never has left my mind, and I brought it up periodically through the years, but you know, you get older and life happens, and it just never happened. And I was in Tennessee with my daughter and my granddaughter, and we're on Rocky Top, and I thought, yeah, there's still some roads out here I can hike on. So I Googled it. It's doable. It should take about a month. I have the vacation time, but can I get it in one stretch? That's a lot to ask. But we'll see. I'd like to do that. If I don't, that would probably be 2025. That's something I know physically I can do now. And the reason I know is we can start 5 miles and then gradually go up, start where the elevation's low and then build up your endurance and physical capability while the elevation gains. And my Atlas's mom said that she would drive with me from Covington. Yes, I base things on food. From Riverfront Pizza, they have the best hoagies and french fries, in Covington to the Pancake Pantry in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Those of you who know me, that's my favorite place. We've gone there for just in a day before. So drive to Gatlinburg and back. So as we drive, we'll just log 5 miles, 10 miles, look for places I could stay. Maybe I can find somebody who will drive while I hike and just meet up at each location. Maybe there's churches to stay at or shuttles. There's all types of possibility, but we have to map that out first. So I would like to do that in the next 2 years. Probably not doable in 2024 because of vacation time, but possibly 2025. If I could afford to take a year off, maybe the AT and the Gatlinburg, and then my hiking goals are done. Maybe. So that's where that is. Some of the things I need, and this is what's kind of holding me back besides having to pay bills and have money on the trail, and this is needed in the spring regardless, and that is a Garmin, well, one is the Garmin InReach Mini Plus subscription, and that's just the Mini itself right now is $400. It's not in my budget today. And if any of you know about this tent that I'm thinking about, I don't want the tents with the trekking poles that hold it up, because I know this is weird. If a bear comes, I want to be able to hit my poles together and say, go away, bear, go, go, go. So I'm thinking about and I don't think this has the trekking poles. And it's the Nemo Hornet OSMO Ultra Light 2-person tent, but that's $430, so that's outside my budget too. And also the camping quilt, like I have sleeping bags, I have tents, I have a ginormous tent, can't put that on my back, or my 4-person. So camping quilt, mat, bear bag, stove, spork, just all those little fun things. Don't know if I'm going to get the poop kit. I know people who use sticks and just dig a hole. I mean, it's real. You got to bury it, and we all do it. So those are some of the things I need. Any suggestions, please leave it in the comments, because I don't know what I'm doing. What has not changed is the Appalachian Trail on my long-term goal. That's something I've wanted to do since I was a little girl, and I believe I'm going to do it. I believe it's doable. And I notice when I get close, it looks like I'm sleeping, so I'm going to sit back here. So I know it's doable. Just need to figure out how to do it. That's on my bucket list and has never changed. So that's a long-term goal, because obviously I can't go out tomorrow and do it. And what has changed, I don't think I really had a burning desire to do the Triple Crown. I think it would be really cool to say I'm a Triple Crown hiker. So is that enough to do it though? I don't think so. So that will probably be scratched from my bucket list. We'll see after I do the AT, aka Appalachian Trail. So another thing I don't know if I mentioned to you about was the Oregon Trail, which never wanted to do it until I read, yes, this is a true thing, a Christian romance trilogy. And it was on the Oregon Trail, and it just sounds so neat. I ran into somebody whose family member did it, and there's a kitty cat out there. Well, I'm sorry, a squirrel. I tend to do that. But, oh, poor thing's crying. He always cries. He's a loud neighborhood cat. But, he's precious. Get back on track here. Oh, yeah, they found like old license plates and just fun stuff, and it sounded fun. But do I want to hike it? No. I have another long-term goal, which I'm not even looking at right now, because these hiking goals are more important to me. And that would be to hike from the east, not hike, to get a camper and drive from the east coast to the west, and up the west coast and back to the east coast and back, and just weave in and out and see all types of fun things. But yeah, I'd like to go to Yellowstone, but I'd rather drive there. So those are some changes. What took so long for me to post? Well, my knees. I had problems with my knees if you were following any of my other videos, and it got so bad that my left knee would totally give out. And I remember at Walmart standing there, and I couldn't move it. It felt like lead. It's like, how am I going to get out of this store? So that was really kind of depressing. And the doctor said he thought it was an IT band injury, sent me to physical therapy, and they said no. They said overuse, and I hurt my back and hips. And when I do my physical therapy, the knee stops hurting. And yes, I told the physical therapist when I didn't do it, because I tell on myself. I'm just that type of person, crazy, I know. So I'm back on track. What did it was, I went from like hiking 10 miles a month to 21 miles in a weekend. The 2023 goal was to do 20 miles in one day. That's not going to happen. And, I just have to let that go. I need to work on my body first, and this is a big goal, so I have to stay focused and mentally ready to do what I need to do to get there. One thing I know, this is funny, I said I might move out of my home and buy not an RV, but a camper and park in my daughter's driveway. And she said, good, you can do yard work. I love to do yard work, so probably won't do that, but hey, if you have goals, sometimes you need to make sacrifices. So, sorry, you're not boring, I'm just tired. Big day. My daughter called me this morning and said, you want to go hiking? So we did a 5-mile hike this morning. I was going to go to the gorge to get some elevation, but I had more fun with my daughter. Let's see, so what's some other stuff that happened? There's the knee, there's being a little depressed, and especially depressed about just walking around Indiana, Ohio, Northern Kentucky area, just feeling, and then getting hurt when you feel like you're really making progress. It messed with me a bit, but back on track. Some personal stuff that happened. I went camping with my daughter and her boyfriend and his kids, and we went to Cherokee, North Carolina. It was so much fun. No YouTube videos. That was family time. Keep them separate unless family wants to be in the video. But then I had a birthday and went dancing, and that was fun. And then I got sick twice with like COVID-like symptoms, and I kind of think the one just a few days to a week maybe in between. So I'm thinking maybe it's all the same thing, but I took like 4 or 5 COVID tests and all of them said no. But one day I couldn't get out of bed. I just couldn't focus, couldn't move, anything. But I then felt better, and I still have it weeks later, sore throat, nasal stuff, but I don't have COVID. So that's what's been going on in the world of Noonies. Don't know when I'm going to post this. Well, it's going to be soon. I was posting it, I think, 4:30 on Wednesdays in the afternoon. That might change. I might do it on the weekends. I'm not sure. I will be consistent. The short time I've had this channel, I was consistent till I overdid it. And in my mind, because in a couple weeks I'm going to Natural Bridge on a family hike, not going to be videoed, but then I thought, well, maybe the next day I can go to the gorge. And it's like, no, stupid. That's what made me hurt in the first place. So when I say mentally slow down, that's what I'm talking about, because I set goals and then I'm just like, let's go, let's do this, and I can't do it. So that's where we are. The next video will be a hike, because I have some hikes that I've done, but they're local, so you get to see, local meaning Ohio and Northern Kentucky. I haven't really hit Indiana yet, but I will. And there's people who go, oh, I love that place, haven't been there in years, so you can look at my videos and, maybe say, oh, let's go there again. Or maybe it's too hard for me to do at this point in my life. Or, maybe I can get out and do that. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I have a disability and I can get out in nature and do that trail. So that's what this channel's about. So just seeing what's out there and what you can do, challenging yourself. And you can follow along as I aim for my goals, and follow along with me as I get there. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching Adventures with Noonies, and have an awesome night.